Hi, boys and girls. Today we are going to talk about time. This is called an analog clock. Say analog with me. Analog. Good. And this is a digital clock. Say digital. Excellent. The shorthand on the clock is called the hour hand. The longer hand, which looks more like an arm, is a minute hand. We're going to focus on this guy in just a few minutes. Right now, we're going to talk about hours. There are 24 hours in one full day. That means that the date does not change until 24 hours in a day have passed. Days start, and the new date on a calendar starts at 12 o'clock a.m., which is midnight. The hour hand on a clock has to go the whole way around and touch all 12 hours 2 whole times for one full 20-hour day to be complete. Because 12 hours for a.m. plus 12 hours for p.m. equals 24 hours, which is one whole day. A.m. is from midnight through your morning time, and a.m. lasts until 11:59 a.m. Okay, so midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 a.m., the whole way to 11:59 is all the a.m. time. Then the clock starts over for its second round of 12 hours. This is 12 o'clock p.m., also called noon, which is typically about lunchtime. Just not lunchtime for our team since we have early lunch. But at most jobs and most places, 12 o'clock noon or 12 o'clock p.m. would be about lunchtime. It's also called noon. Say noon. So noon is 12 o'clock p.m., and midnight is 12 o'clock a.m. Once the clock reaches 12 o'clock p.m. or noon, it has to go, went too far. It goes the whole way and through the afternoon, the evening, now it's way past your bedtime, the whole way to 11:59 p.m., which is nighttime. You're already in bed most likely. Okay, so after 11:59 p.m., the next time actually starts a new day. It goes back to 12 o'clock a.m. and the new day on the calendar begins. And the clock's going to have to go around 12 more hours for a.m., then 12 more hours for p.m., and then the date will change once again. Okay, so that's the hour hand. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Say that with me. 60 minutes in 1 hour. 60 minutes equals 1 hour. And there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. Okay, now we're going to talk about the minutes. Okay. Oh, by the way, on digital time, see these 2 dots? That's called a colon. Say colon. Okay, before the colon is where you write the hour. So right now it's 12 o'clock or the 12th hour. So 12 goes before the 2 dots. The minutes are what goes after. Since our minute hand is pointing to the top, that's this long guy right here, minute hand. It's pointing to the very top, which means it has went 0 minutes past 12 o'clock. Okay, as the minute hand moves, okay, the minutes on the digital time also moves, okay? The minute hand is longer than the hour hand, okay? The hour hand is shorter because it only has to point to these big hour numbers on the clock, okay? The 1 through the 12. Those are hours. The minute hand has nothing to do with the hours. Okay, the minute hand has to do with these minutes. Okay, most clocks don't have these little cheat numbers here on the outside. The minute hand is long because it has to reach the whole way to the outside to where these little lines are, these little dashes. Each of these lines on a clock is 1 minute. Okay, just so you have an idea of how long 1 minute is, we're going to count 60 seconds because 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. Say that with me. 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. Okay, so there are 60 seconds in 1 minute and 60 minutes in 1 hour. How many hours are in a day? That's right, 24. So the clock has to go around to all 12-hour numbers 2 times in a day. Okay, that's the hour hand's job, to count these big number hours. Minute hand has to count each of these little lines because those are the minutes. And there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. See, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay. Oops, sorry, let's move my minute hand to 5. Okay, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 minutes. Sometimes when the clock looks like this, where the longer minute hand is pointed to the right side, that means 15 minutes have passed. 15 minutes is also called 1/4 of an hour. So right now, it would be 1/4 after 1, which is also 1:15 p.m. More about that later. There's 16 minutes, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. This is what 25 minutes looks like after 1 o'clock. Okay, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. This is an important time. This is 1:30, or we call that half past, okay? When the minute hand is pointing straight down to the bottom of the clock, that means 30 minutes have passed. 30 minutes is half of 60 minutes. So 30 minutes is equal to half of an hour, okay? Because 30 is half of 60. So when the clock is 30 minutes past the hour, a half hour has passed. That means the clock has halfway to go till it gets to the top. So if you could imagine a line, an invisible line, cutting the clock right in half to 2 equal shares, that's 1/2, from the top to the bottom, okay? When that minute hand goes from the top to the bottom and it's pointing straight down, a half hour or 30 minutes, because 30 minutes is half of an hour, half hour has passed, okay? So a half hour is 30 minutes. We would call this time right here 6:30 or half past 6 o'clock. Okay, now let's continue counting from our half hour mark, which is 30 minutes, the whole way back to the top, okay? 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. This means that we are 3/4, a quarter, half, 3/4 of the way back to the top. Okay, this time would also be 45 minutes past the hour, or a quarter until the next hour. Okay, we don't have to really worry about quarter till or quarter after yet, but I just wanted you to know that. This is a quarter until 2 o'clock, okay, or 1:45. Let's keep focusing on the minutes now. So we're at 45 minutes, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55 minutes, 56, 57, 58, 59 minutes. Now what's going to happen is when the next minute passes, the minute hand's going to be back to the top and a new hour is about to begin. And if you take a look at the analog clock, it will go from here to here. That's just 1 little minute to the next little line. Okay, and if you look at the digital time, the time will actually change. Instead of saying 60 for 60 minutes, it will go from 1:59 to 2 o'clock. You ready? See if you can focus on the long minute hand and the digital time at the same time. Here we go. 1 more minute's passed. There. We've just made it 60 minutes around the analog clock, and now you can see a new hour is beginning, because 60 seconds equal 1 minute, and 60 minutes equal 1 hour. Okay, that's what an hour would look like, but a super fast hour. Okay, remember that hour hand is short because it points to the big hour numbers on the clock, numbers 1 through 12. The clock hits 1 through 12 2 times a day. Once for the AM, and it goes 1 through 12 again for PM, and then the date changes to the next day. So the hour hand is shorter because it's only reaching these big hour numbers. Minutes don't usually have numbers like this. Instead, we count these little lines, 1, 2, 3, the whole way. When all 60 minutes have passed, a new hour begins. When the minute hand travels the whole way, it's long because it has to reach these little lines around the clock, whole way around the outside and back up till it's pointing to the top, that's 1 hour. Now, fun fact, there are 60 minutes in 1 hour and 60 seconds in 1 minute. I want to give you just an idea of how long that is. So we're going to count 1 minute together on a real-time clock. Okay, when this clock gets to, these are seconds. See these fast things? Those are seconds. Most clocks have a second hand, okay? My interactive clock does not because we're focusing on hour hand, short guy, minute hand, long guy. But a lot of clocks have this fast moving one. That's a second hand. 1 second is just as quick. 1, 1, 1. See that? That's 1 second. 60 seconds equal 1 minute, just like 60 minutes equal 1 hour. When this second hand gets back to the top, we're going to count 60 seconds, and that's how long a minute is. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I'm going too fast. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, half a minute, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, count with me, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. That's 1 minute. So that gives you an idea of how long 1 minute is. Remember, there are 60 of those minutes in 1 hour. Let's go back to my teaching clock, and we'll wrap it up from here. So this is 2 o'clock, okay? The hour hand is pointing directly at the 2, the number 2 for the 2 hour, or the second hour of the day. Minute hand is pointing straight to the top. When my minute hand goes halfway around, remember that imaginary line cutting the clock apart, like right here, okay? Then we know it's 2:30, or 30 minutes after 2 o'clock. So again, there's 2 o'clock, and 2:30 or 2:30. Okay, that means the minute hand made it halfway around. It got all these minutes all the way to the bottom, so 30 minutes has passed, but it still has 30 more minutes to go until the next hour. What is this hour? If you said 3 o'clock, correct. Okay, 3 o'clock. Now we're at 3:30 or 3:30. Let's see if you can try a couple with me. Take a look at the analog and the digital clock. What is this time? If you said 8 o'clock, you're correct. Now, we are at what time? That's right, 8:30 o'clock or 8:30. Notice the hour hand is between hours 8 and 9, so we're still on the 8th hour. And the minute hand is halfway around, but we still have half to go before the next time, which is 9 o'clock. Excellent. Now I'll turn the digital time off and you can do one more example. What time is it? 10 o'clock. Good. How about now? 10:30 or 10:30. Excellent. You did it.